This is John Keeney,
And this is Colleen Ogle.
bringing you the news that King Avenue Church will be open for in-person worship in just a few short weeks on Sunday, June 14th.
Sunday, June 14th. Why, that's Flag Day. I love Flag Day. Have we been waiting all this time to reopen worship just so we could have a special Flag Day celebration, John?
No, Colleen, we haven't been waiting until Sunday, June 14th to reopen because it's Flag Day. We've been waiting for the curve to flatten and for public health officials to instruct us on what we need to do in order to come together safely. We've been studying their guidelines, making careful plans, and now we are ready. It's actually an opportunity for our congregation to model a safe and respectful way for people to come together in worship.
Okay, for whatever reason, I'm really looking forward to seeing folks again. Seems like it's been a long time. I've been practicing a whole new set of habits just for the occasion.
New habits? Do you plan to stop interrupting me?
No, not that habit.
Oh,
No, I'm learning to smile with my eyebrows and to hug myself instead of others.
smiling with your eyebrows?
Yes, I'm going to be wearing a cloth face mask while I'm at church, and people won't see my mouth. So the eyebrows will have to make up the difference. And when I want to shake their hand or give them a big hug, I'm going to hug myself instead and send it in their direction so I can keep myself 6 foot away from them.
Boy, that sounds like dates I had in college. Well, I guess we'll all have to learn new habits. Fortunately, there will be greeters at the west and south doors ready to provide everyone with a clean mask and a squirt of hand sanitizer.
Along with a friendly greeting,
Yes, ushers will help seat people by household so that groups are spaced 6 feet apart. Let's show people what that will look like.
John, some people may have enjoyed participating in worship online at home in their pajamas, and some may not be ready to come into public spaces yet on June 14th.
We won't forget about those who worship at home. Volunteers will record one of our worship services, upload it on the online worship website, and make it available for viewing by 1 o'clock every Sunday. Online worship is here to stay. It's kind of ironic that for years we've been taking baby steps to making online worship an option for people who are homebound, have moved, or are traveling. Now it's almost like in-person worship is the option.
I'm kind of jealous that online worshipers get to sleep in. It'll be hard for me to get used to getting there on time for the morning blend worship service again.
You're going to need to arrive even earlier than that. We're adding an 8 o'clock worship service in the sanctuary, which will be just for people who have any of the conditions that make them medically vulnerable.
8 a.m. worship in the sanctuary? Hey, you'll have to preach fast, or we'll be getting late to morning blend worship.
If you'd let me finish, I'd explain that there are 3 worship services on Sunday morning starting June 14th. 8 a.m. in the sanctuary, 9:30 in Fellowship Hall, and 11 back in the sanctuary. Physical distance guidelines mean that our sanctuary capacity is only 80 people, and worship in Fellowship Hall will be 40. So that there is time to sanitize the sanctuary between services, we will be asking people to arrive for worship no more than 15 minutes before the service.
Face masks, physical distance, hand sanitizer, and 3 services. Phew, don't hold back. Are there any other changes that I should know about?
Since you asked, the main one is that the children's messages and worship connections will remain in the online format because it is hard for a group of young children to understand the need for physical distance. Chris, Andrew, Iris, and a small group of soloists and household ensemble musicians, rather than the blenders and summer choir, will offer our praise music and guide our congregational singing. Communion will also remain online for now.
John, is there going to be anything about in-person worship that the pandemic hasn't changed?
Yes, the spirit of worship will be the same. We are still a congregation called by God's reconciling grace to welcome, honor, and nurture all people in their Christian journey with Christ. We will continue to show God's inclusive love and forgiveness for all people. When I first worshiped here 15 years ago, I was struck by the grace and acceptance of all people. And that will still be in place. We will still show grace and love for all people. We will praise, pray, sing, listen, preach, and hear the scriptures. And we will continue to bless each other.
That is good enough for me. My eyebrows are smiling, John.
We're both looking forward to seeing you in person on June 14th, or being with you in spirit as you worship online.
And until then, may God bless you.